Many people think that a brand is nothing more than a logo or a trademark or a pithy tagline, and the reality is that branding is all of those things and so much more. But in order to create a strong consulting brand, we first have to understand what one is. So therefore, the purpose of this video is to get clear on our definition for what is a brand, and then lay out why it's worth your time and effort to create a consulting brand. So to understand what a brand is, let me first share a little history on branding. Branding got its start more than a century ago when cattle ranchers used those branding irons to indicate which animals were theirs. The goal at that time was simply to clarify cow ownership. But eventually, manufacturers of packaged goods started putting their marks on things such as cough drops and beers and brown fizzy drinks to make sure that consumers knew which product was which. So now let's flash forward to today. Branding is a critical component of business and marketing strategy development. In today's business environment, branding is now a means to create a perception of a company and/or its products and services in the marketplace that is hopefully favorable to ideal consumers. So now we're done with the history of branding. Let's focus on 3 things you must understand about branding. First, at the end of the day, a brand is a promise that is consistently made and delivered upon. Because of how important this concept is, I'm going to say it again. A brand is a promise that is made and consistently delivered. Therefore, a brand is not something that you make up out of thin air, nor it's something that you aspire to be. A brand is something that you discover, understand, then leverage. And if you get this order wrong or skip some of the steps, you will not create the brand that you want or can deliver on. Second, a brand is both tangible and rational and intangible and emotional. It's not just about what you offer, but it's about the context and environment and associations that are created in the minds of consumers. Let's take, for example, Target and Walmart. They are in the exact same business. They are both in the volume retail business. However, they're going after very different consumers with very different pain points. Walmart is going after budget-minded consumers that want to save money. Target, on the other hand, is going after consumers who want a shopping destination and value. Therefore, the brand promise that each of these companies make is totally distinct because they are meeting very different emotional needs of very different consumers. Third, everything that you do communicates your brand promise. Strong brands align every message that a consumer receives about who you are, from the logos, websites, trademarks, to the appearance of the physical environment and the associates. Tiffany's, for example, is a company that's so much more than their trademarked Robin's Egg Blue box. It's about the promise of romance expressed through the quality of the diamonds, the exclusivity of the stores, the service that's delivered by employees, and so on. You don't buy diamonds from Tiffany's, you buy true forever love. So now that we know what a brand is, let me share with you some really solid reasons why it's worth your time to work on your brand. The first major reason is the fact that consumers position companies, whether you do branding work or not. Companies with unclear brands leave tremendous value on the table at best, and at worst, they're creating massive barriers for prospects to do business with them. So we talked about Target and Walmart, but we didn't talk about Kmart, who's also in the volume discount retail business. Kmart's business results have lagged so far behind Target and Walmart because of its struggles in developing its brand. On the upside, strong brands generate first, increased consumer awareness, which reduces cost for marketing and ease of attracting new customers. Second, perceived quality, which translates into reasons to buy and willingness to spend more. And third, customer loyalty, which increases intent to repeat and recommend and higher per customer spend. Too many consultants offer everything and the kitchen sink to potential clients. Fears of scarcity kick in that makes people fearful that they just don't want to over-specialize. I've learned over the past few years that branding has nothing to do with whether you specialize or not. It all has to do with positioning of expertise in the marketplace in a way that draws in the right clients for the right work. Being vague by saying something like, I ignite leadership and organizational potential, makes me no different than the hundreds of other consultants who are saying the same vague thing. My business got transformed when I got clearer on my brand, which is organizational transformation. It provided a context for when potential clients should call me, and as importantly, when my existing clients should recommend me. And that's the power of a well-positioned brand. So what I would like you to do next is to increase your awareness as a consumer of well-positioned brands. Download the worksheet that goes along with this video. This worksheet will guide you on differentiating between well-positioned and poorly positioned brands. The more that you can see brands that you admire and what you admire about them, the more clarity you will have on what you want to create with your own brand. And when you're done, join me in the next video, which we will be more explicit about the critical success factors of strong consultant brands.